in this video. I'm just doing this video for this shirt that I got from TikTok shop. For those who don't know, on TikTok they have a shop so you can buy different stuff. So this is the You Are Enough shirt. Obviously it says right here, dear person behind me, the world is a better place with you in it. Love the person in front of you. And then of course the front part that says you are enough. Alright, so the reason why I got this shirt, like I did the post about, is about, the shirt, it's supposed to show support for people who are suicidal, depression, that stuff, that kind of stuff. Like different mental, I don't know if you call it a psychological disorder, mental disorder with the, how do you say, like, the proper term or, less offensive term to put it. I don't know, I'm not sure, I don't want to say for sure, but, that kind of, thing. And of course, being me, like I said in the post, I'm somebody who actually survived suicide attempts. So I want to show my support and love by getting this shirt. And I already have worn it for a few hours. And I'm getting tons of comments and people who love this shirt. And asking me where I got it. They have it on TikTok shop. You can get it for a couple dollars or up to $20 or $30 or $40. It depends what you get. Now, obviously I got a cheap one and a more expensive one. I would say the expensive one is more worth it because it's better quality. Where the cheaper ones, they're good. I mean, they're still good quality, but, they run small. So if you're not, like me, if you're not skinny, like me, I always have a bit of a stomach, it's harder to wear because, it's comfortable in a way, it stretches, but, it's a little bit tight and uncomfortable. So definitely, if you're not somebody who's skinny or fit, I would definitely say spend more money on it because then it's better quality. But to get the main story. Yeah, so this is linked to my life story SMR, because those that know me, know that when I was a teenager, because I went for a lot. Basically, I don't want to get to the whole thing because it's hard to talk about. But basically, in high school, I was abused sexually and physically. Unfortunately, abused sexually by the person I was with, and abused physically by, of course, same thing, the person I was with at the time. And, by other people in school. And unfortunately, some cases picked on by teachers, unfortunately. So this led me to, over and over again, for 2008, I was in high school from 2008 to 2012. So 2008 to 2012 was when I started thinking about taking my own life. Obviously not now, because I've gotten help. I've gotten the psychiatric help that I needed. Which, was therapy, a psychiatrist. They gave me medications, like antidepressants and stuff like that to help, that. And then obviously talking to people for the last, I think it took me over high school, so 4 years plus another 3 on top of it. 4 or 5, 6, it's about 7 years roughly. But basically it's supposed to be, like I said, it's supposed to help people who, feel like that. To show love and support. And I want to show love and support and show that, I know exactly what you go through. And it's hard. And that's why I want to do something like this, because people are saying like they got positive messages about it. They've helped people who may be that way to not do it. And that's what I hope to do with this. To show like, because a lot of people who are suicidal, you feel like no one cares about you. Now I can't say for everybody, but, for a particular type of depression I had, that's what, you felt. And so unfortunately, so that's what I want to say. You think, oh, nobody loves me, so I say, well, God loves you. That's somebody. And I love you too. I don't know who you are, but it doesn't matter. I love you. So that's 2 people right there. Me and God. That's 2 people right there that care about you. So even if you feel like there's nobody there, well, there's somebody right there, and that's me. Sure, some ASMR artist, some guy who's an ASMR artist, and, potentially future, business person, and I don't know, social media influencer, I guess. You could say, I guess, I don't know, I just say ASMR artist, that's, I just get straight to the point, but I guess it's the same, I don't know. But I wanted to show the shirt too. And listen, they have it on TikTok, they have all sorts of different designs. They have this one, they have a cursive one, there's different designs, and there's ones for women to have like girly colors like pink, purple, stuff like that. So they have ones that cater more to women, what they'll like. But yeah, I definitely wanted to make this video. And so that's what I went through, because for 2008, 2012, I probably tried. I didn't follow through with it, but I did try to take my own life at least 20 times or more. Now, luckily for me, I didn't follow through with it because, I had mixed feelings on the matter. So when I tried doing it, the worst it came to, I was just hurting myself really badly, and not telling anybody. So unfortunately, so basically, those who are from my original channel when I was in high school, which is when I first started doing YouTube videos behind the scenes, I was, hurting myself behind the scenes. Now, obviously, I haven't done it in over 6 years. I've been clean for what, 6 to 10 years. And everything else, not doing that kind of, stuff, because I'm one. Now, of course, probably doesn't show up on videos, because they just don't try to show up. If you look at my arm really close, you can see little white dots like they were cuts or something there. And I just got a cut because I was doing a project, and I actually hurt myself with a tool. That was by accident, obviously. But you can see the tiny little white spots, and those are scars. They're scars. Basically, like I say, scars tell a story. And unfortunately, my scars, they're a story of when I was hurting myself in high school as a teenager. And unfortunately, these cuts became scars. So obviously, anybody's a real person, or sometimes in my videos, like if I can see if I can show it, like little white spots, they're scars from when I was hurting myself back then. Which I wish I didn't have. I wish I didn't have that at all. But okay, anyway, back now. Yeah, so like I said, I was going through that. Unfortunately, I didn't tell anybody, so, for a long time for high school. And eventually I told my mother and stuff like that, but she was kind of, bothered by it. But like I said, the one person I told her was my therapist, psychiatrist I had back then due to my disabilities. Which, of course, always get between me and them eventually. Eventually, like I said, I told my mother, but, first I didn't know how to, because, I was afraid, because my mother was going to send me to a care clinic or something like that, which I really didn't want. And it wasn't nothing I didn't feel like I was crazy. It's just, I was going through a lot. Like I said, because it's a story, if you look at the back of that video, I'll have to redo it again, because I want to do it in one long-ass video. But basically, my girlfriend I'm with now, I knew her since high school, but this was before I even knew who she was. There was somebody else who I dated, whose name I'm not going to say, because I don't want them to get all, me on my case. And just thinking of their name just, gives me a bit of anxiety, because I went down. But basically, put simply, I was physically abused, mentally abused. She, sexually assaulted me many times before I was ready for something like that. Let's just say sexual activity, where it wasn't consensual, but she wanted it. So, she would just, let's just say, I'll just put it simple and just say I was groped, among other things, and forced into things like that, which I said, I don't want to make you pregnant. I'm not ready for that. And plus, my mother if my mother knew. Plus, my mother always said too, if I had that before, when I was an adult, I would get in trouble. Because my mother was pregnant, a teenager, so she didn't want me to do something that could cause another girl to be pregnant. And of course, I was very quiet about everything that went down. And my mother didn't know until she saw proof, because my ex was stupid, where she would post things on Facebook, which, go figure. Or, certain things that would show proof of it. She would do things in front of my mother, to where my mother would get in her face and tell her, I was like, my mother, I can't say it when I look at my mother, I can't have an attitude. Basically, she told her, to keep it clean, she told her, you need to cut the shit. And of course, it was more like, a little bit harsher than that, but it's because my mother's a mama bear, so she saw that shit, she got really pissed off, and she basically told her, you're not going to bully my son and treat him like he's a piece of garbage, you're a slave. Stop treating him like, he does a lot for you, stop treating him like shit. He's got enough to do with at the school and stuff, which, unfortunately I had to deal with that too, because unfortunately I had teachers who believed their kids over me. I did work, but they would lie and say I'm not doing much of the work. So, and there was one teacher in particular who was leading towards trying to do something inappropriate with me, which I was only like 6 to 10 years old, and my teacher, the way she was talking, it sounded like she was trying to do some pedophile shit, which was just disgusting. But as a kid, I didn't understand what that meant. Until years later, people told me that, that's wrong, that's disgusting. Well, you should have said something. You could have reported that to the police, but I didn't know. And plus, it was me and this black kid I was friends with, and it happened to both of us. But we didn't know. And of course, because of this, caused a little bit of trauma and depression. I don't think he did what I did, but I definitely tell it did affect him, because when it came to relationships, he struggled with relationships and sexual desire and stuff like that, and he was very confused, unsure. I don't want to say his name because I don't want to embarrass him. I don't want to say his name. I mean, I do know him because I still talk to him once in a while, but I don't want to say who, because like I said, I don't want him to. I don't have his permission to mention his name, so I don't want to say that and embarrass him. Now, for me, it happened. I'm open about it. I don't like it, and I'm trying to hold back. But I'm already getting shakes and really bad ADHD. But I want to be real, not hide shit. Like, I like to tell people the honest truth, even if it hurts or causes my disabilities to go a little bit crazy. Like right now, where my ADHD is kicking up a storm, and I'm like, so like when my ADHD, I bounce my leg around, I make hand gestures, and my hands move and bounce around a lot like crazy. And in this case, I'm getting that and anxiety. Thinking about it, because it's very hard to go through, because eventually if I talk about it too much, I get flashbacks, which, that could cause more problems. And that makes me, kind of sad. So that's why I'm taking pause in between to talk about it, so I don't get emotional, start crying on the video. But yeah, that's why I wanted to put this shirt. Especially the message, dear person behind me, the world is a better place with you in it. Love the person in front of you. Does I say I ASMR Wolf or just Wolf, which I prefer Wolf, but if you call me ASMR Wolf, it won't bother me, But as a preference, you just Wolf usually. Since that's, just the nickname for social media, obviously. But anyway, but it's really niche. But anyway, I don't want to talk about it too much. I'm starting to get a little, like I said, I don't want to talk about it too much anymore, because I'm starting to feel a little bit too much. I'm feeling too much anxiety. I'm starting to feel flashbacks a little bit of, the pain. But there's certain stuff I don't even talk about. Like there's certain stuff mentioned that hurt really bad that I don't talk about, especially since, unfortunately, a member of my family who had severe anger problems verbally abused the crap out of me. Now, it wasn't physical, like hitting or anything like that. It was more like belittling. So, like, calling your names, cursing you out, telling you that you're this or that. I won't get into it fully because, again, it's too much. To the point where this particular family member disowned me and disowned my mother. She disowned my mother. She disowned my grandfather. She disowned my godfather. Everybody. And she just disowned everybody because she has anger. She had anger when she's not alive anymore, but because she was a silent generation. So I guess I don't know. That's her generation was just normally like, that way or not. I don't know. Unfortunately, like I said, but she did it to a lot of people. She shamed and judged a lot of people. She would constantly curse people out. She would have her anger go from 0 to 100 in like seconds. I mean, you did the tiniest little thing, and she would just like her brain would just like explode in anger and negative energy, I guess you could say. But anyway, I said I don't want to go into too much, but yeah, that's why I like the front too, where it says "You are enough." Like I said, I got tons of people doing comments, comments in real life. They know they loved it. They loved the message. I even told people, it's on the TikTok shop. You just get a Visa gift card, or you can get a credit or debit card. Buy it. And plus, if you're a first-time shopper like I was a first-time shopper. I never shopped on TikTok shop before because I've been trying to save the money. Because I've been trying to invest in the YouTube channel. So I had a little extra money. It says, let me invest and get like a $50 gift card for Visa for, Amazon. Amazon. $50 Visa gift card for a TikTok shop. Because that way, I don't get my card. Because I tried that with Amazon once, my card, but people, some scammers. I had to change my number because some scammers trying to find my debit card number. So I was like, oh Christ, just use a gift card. I don't want this to happen again. So I kind of get a little paranoid and worried about using that. So usually I try to use like gift cards, so there's no risk. Because then you just use cash to pay for the gift card, and how they get their money. Because cash is just cash. Like your social numbers aren't stuck to that. So it gives you more, it gives you more privacy and safety. That's why they say cash is king. Alright. But yeah, so that's best for this video, because I'm kind of running out of things to say. And plus I got the dog out of here, so I gotta bring him in soon, because he's getting a little too crazy and knocking everything out. My grandfather has tools outside, and he's like knocking all my grandfather's tools down. I'm like, oh, brother. So anyway, so yeah, that's this best for this video. Like I said, David on TikTok, and if you want a link, I could try to see if I could leave a link. I'm not sure if I can, but if I'm able to, I'll try to see if I can leave a link, to that. But I'm gonna try to find a link to my TikTok too. I'm gonna figure that out and put it in the comments. That way, people get better. That way, when you look up my stuff, my social media, I have links to it, which I would prefer links, because then, it's to make it more convenient for you guys to find my other stuff. Alright, that's this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and share my videos. So that's my videos. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the very next video.